Let us discuss the internal questions which we know. Think as you read. We have gone through the chapter whole. Now we will start discussing these questions. Strike out what is not true in the following. These are the MCQs. Rajkumar Shukla was a sharecropper, a politician, a delegate, a landlord, which is not true. Was a sharecropper. Rajkumar Shukla was poor, physically strong, illiterate. He was illiterate. The next question is, why is Rajkumar Shukla described as being resolute? The second question is, why is Rajkumar Shukla described as being resolute? Can you imagine? Rajkumar Shukla, actually we have come to know that he was a resolute, the one who rebels because he had been a victim. He has faced this unjust landlord system in Bihar. So he wanted Mahatma Gandhi to come to Champaran and on behalf of all the farmers, you can say on behalf of all the sharecroppers, he should interfere in this case. Since Mahatma Gandhi was already a busy man, so he had commitments to go to different parts of India, as we have come to know in the chapter. Rajkumar Shukla followed him everywhere till Mahatma Gandhi visited Champaran. Till Mahatma Gandhi got free from all his works, he simply followed him everywhere. So you can brief your answer like this. Next is, why do you think the servants thought Mahatma Gandhi to be another peasant? Obviously, he has accompanied a peasant, Rajkumar Shukla, who normally bothers Rajendra Prasad about the problems of sharecropper. They thought Gandhi to be another peasant because he was with Rajkumar Shukla. So they thought him to be another farmer. He was also poor, like Rajkumar Shukla, you can say. Moving to the next page, where we will find think as you read. So the first question is, list the places that Gandhi visited between his first meeting with Rajkumar and his arrival at Champaran. Do you remember he had named so many places that Gandhi met Rajkumar Shukla in Lucknow actually. Then to Kanpur, his ashram in Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Patna, Muzaffarpur, and finally he went Champaran. So this was a long way out. What did the peasants pay the British landlord as rent? What did the British now want instead and why? What would be the impact of the synthetic indigo on the prices of natural indigo? So there are so many parts. So we will discuss the answer in all the parts of all the parts. So most of the agricultural land which was there, it was divided into the estates by the Englishmen. So the crop which they used to grow there was indigo. The chief crop was indigo. So the landlord, what they did, I made you understand by making this, that they forced all the sharecroppers to plant indigo on 15% of their holdings. And when they will get the crop, the entire crop was to be handed over to the Britisher as rent. So when they come to know that Germany has developed synthetic indigo, they thought that natural indigo was not profitable. It was not going to get them more money. So they want the people to give them compensation to release them from this agreement of planting indigo on 15% of their holding. So like this you can make answer in your three parts according to the questions. How many questions are being asked to you, you can make the answers like that. Next, on page 51, again we have question. The events in this part of the text illustrate Gandhiji's method of working. Can you identify such instances of his method and link them to the ideas of satyagraha and non-violence? So we will make a detailed answer, a long answer maybe. So we will write in the points how many work he has done, and every work how it was related to his ideologies of satyagraha, non-violence. So there are so much, you can say there are many such instances. So you can quote like this. Number one, when Gandhiji was not given information by the secretary, if you just remember, he asked the information about the sharecropper, and what they said, they won't give the information to any outsider, if you just remember. So the British Landlords Association, on the plea that he was an outsider, Gandhiji emphatically stated that he was not an outsider. So next you can say Gandhi refused to leave Tirupati. You just remember when he was about to go to see the peasant who was maltreated. So on the way he was asked to leave Tirupati on the order of the British official commissioner, and even when he was given the official notice to do so, he refused. He received it and wrote on that he refused to accept, to obey. So this was, you can say, it was but in obedience to the voice of the conscience, because he wanted to help the sharecropper. He didn't want to listen the government. Being a lawyer, he was not a lawbreaker, but still he found the law of God more full of justice. Next, you can count thousands of peasants smiled around Mahatma Gandhi when he received the summons to appear in the court, because he and Mahatma Gandhi still helped the authorities to regulate the crowd, because they all know without Gandhi's cooperation it was very difficult to regulate the crowds, because they were so furious that the Mahatma, the saint, the man who has come to help them, was himself in the trouble with the government. Next, you can say, without shedding a drop of blood, without any violence, he managed to get the Iksam agreement or indigo taxation withdrawn by the government. So through his non-violent ways, you can say. So all these things shows that what was his ideologies of satyagraha and non-violence. What he did according to all these only. Moving to the next, on page number 53 now, you have another two questions. One is, why did Gandhi agree to a settlement of 25% refund to the farmers? You remember what he said? He agreed to this settlement because he thought that money was not so important at this moment. Rather, the British landlord has been obliged to surrender the part of their money, and that was more important, that they have surrendered and they wind up all their works, and afterwards they left India. So it was not only taking the money from the Britishers, it was like to make them part from their prestige. So that's why Gandhiji says that money is not important. If they say 25%, let it be 25%. But let them leave India. How did the episode change the plight of the peasant? How did Mahatma Gandhi help in changing the condition of all those peasants there? So now the peasants saw that they have the rights also. They have their defenders. They have someone to support them in life if something wrong is being done with them. So in that way you can say the peasant, the poor person, the farmer, they have learned courage. And within few years, the British planters abandoned their estates, because they now come to know that the Indian farmer, he has learnt courage, and very soon sharecropping disappeared from India. So in this way we have discussed all the questions which were there inside, because most of the time you may get a short question from within the book or within the blue box, you can say within this, think as you read, because these are the in between questions. Any other question may also be asked to you in the board exam, that is within the chapter. So I think in this way we have gone through the chapter line to line, word to word. You have come to know the story very clearly. Now you are able to answer all the RTCs. Internal questions we have discussed. In our next video we will discuss some more extra questions, that may be short questions, long questions, and we will discuss of course RTCs. I'll give you the worksheet with the paragraph lines from the chapter and along with the questions. We will discuss it and you will answer all these questions. These one also which we have discussed today, and the more we will do in the next video. You are supposed to write the answers in your notebook. Now I think all the questions are very much clear to you. Content is with you. Now frame your own answers yourself.